at the Mark Martin Museum inside of Mark Martin Ford in Batesville. And Mark, after a long and successful career, you have a lot of memorabilia here.
Man, I collected a lot of stuff over the course of 40 years, and you know, we're pretty proud of it. We got a lot of cool stuff from the very first race, you know, all the way through the very final race of my career. So there's 40 years of racing history here.
And even if you don't watch racing every Sunday, you don't have to be a fan to appreciate what's here.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, it's history. And, you know, if you ever helped on one of my race cars, ever, there's probably a photo of you somewhere, you know, in the background here. That's one of the things that my favorite parts about this place is all the photographs.
And especially for us here in Region 8, the fact that you did get started right here in Batesville.
I did. First race right out here at Locust Grove and Batesville Speedway, and raced all over Arkansas the first 2 years, every Friday and Saturday night. I just had the dreams of, you know, going to NASCAR and racing the Daytona 500 someday.
So let's go check out some of those special memorabilia. Now we've moved inside the museum at Mark in front of what became a very special car for you.
It is. When I got with Jack Roush in 1988, we started building race cars. This is JR10, the 10th car we built, and it delivered us our first win at Rockingham in October 1989. And it had been such a long and difficult road from Batesville, Arkansas to finally getting that win that it just felt like I had achieved everything. That, you know, it was just a major, major win. I raced for Jack for 19 years. We won 35 races, and we won either 4 or 5 races with this one car.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was definitely something about it was magic.
And I know one of the important things you pointed out is these aren't replicas of the cars.
No, this is the car.
Now, is this one of the $1 million cars you were telling me about, Mark?
Well, this is, and this is the International Race of Champions for champions from all around the world. And I got an opportunity to race with all the greats doing that. And for some reason, this series was kind of magic for me. It's the only thing that I was able to one-up Dale Earnhardt in. We won 5 championships and 13 races. And the last championship, this is the car right straight off the racetrack. It was a $1 million payday. Still has the seat, everything in it, the engine, you know, and you get to see the real thing. And we've not cleaned the rubber off of it or repaired the pushing and shoving that went on the racetrack. So it's really authentic, and it is definitely the crown jewel of my career is the success that I had in IROC.
Okay, Mark, what's special about this number 2 car?
Well, it's the second car that I ever raced in the second year. This car Larry Shaw found for me and restored it and got it back together. And then in 2015, I found the trailer and restored it and reunited the car. I've got a picture behind me of this car sitting on this trailer in 1975. Just like it is here. They were reunited in 2015, 40 years later. So this is really special to me because it shows what kind of archaic technology, how unsafe the cars were. And this is just 2 house trailer axles we sliced in the middle and narrowed up, and some angle iron and some wood, and put some lights on it, and we went racing.
But it got you started.
It did.
You could really spend hours in here, Mark, just looking at all the special items, watching the video screens, all that.
You really could. The thing that really means the most to me is that it took so many people to get me where I wound up. You know, they're on display here. I'm proud for them to be able to see and come and say, man, I was a part of that. And I'm also really proud that I was able to bring all this stuff back home to my hometown, Batesville.
So make sure you take the road trip to Batesville to check out the Mark Martin Museum.